As somebody who has been demonized and falsely portrayed and cartoonified almost endlessly for the last 6 years, I resonate with the idea that one approach is to try and put enough pieces of what you actually are in public that it becomes almost impossible to portray you as anything other than you actually are. In other words, if you're comfortable with a warts and all presentation of yourself, one way to immunize yourself from some of it is to be more complete than you would like to be, right? And I have noticed that the next phase in that arms race is a concerted effort to get people to feel icky for giving you a chance, right? In other words, there's an army of sock puppets that erupts in the replies to anything I do. And its purpose is to create the impression that I have been discredited and that anybody who doesn't see through the obvious bullshit that I am putting into the world is themselves revealing their own mental deficiency, right? Now, this is nonsense, but the point is, if you didn't know who I was and you encountered that, you might think, oh God, I don't see through him. Maybe that means I'm being a fool. And the point is, that's such an annoying thing to have to wrestle with that I'm sure large numbers of people walk away at that moment. It's not that they accept the portrayal, it's that they accept that they do not know what to think and they don't want to take the risk of being revealed as foolish.
Yeah.
So anyway, there is an arms race, but I do think the unusually complete and maybe unfortunately complete picture that some of us put into the world is a defense against being caricatured. And that might be very much a description of what James is doing.
That's interesting, because the people with audiences who have traveled with them a long time tend to have a force field around them. There is an attempt, often aided by the mainstream media, to cartoonify someone and then critique them into the ground with cynical critiques and gather the warts and not leave the all, and just gather the warts and present them and create this effigy that people will then go ahead and burn, this digital effigy. And the kind of, how would you say, the inoculation, as you put it, is having an audience that has been with you through some shit, and so who will stand up for you in these times.